Good morning, Leo, or Leo Crosswatcher. Happy birthday, guys. Well, morning, night, noon, whatever time it is while you're watching this video. Had to fix my little blanket here on the couch because all that gyrating and jumping I did on it yesterday, it just pulled it down, got tucked in the couch. Also, I felt like it was fitting to put on roses for you guys today. So maybe an actual rose, a rose bush, or the red rose specifically is significant here for you guys. Only you're going to know that, but I had to put it on, and I'll tell you, it's not one of my favorites. I really don't like this bodysuit. I love bodysuits. That's usually what I wear. That's why all my clothes look the same. I love bodysuits. I just feel comfortable in them. But this one, it's just not my favorite. It's cold. It's really, it's also see-through as shit, but it's just, it's kind of big. It's a little suffocating. But I think it has something to do with your message because, I eyed it over here on my little rack, and I'm like, no, I've got to put this one on. So something to do with roses, but it's specifically red roses, or pain, because, thorns. Every rose has its thorn. That was awful. Just like every night has its dawn. I wanted to do another message for you guys because it just felt fitting. It is also your birthday season, so here we go. This one is specifically about love, and before I clicked on this video, I actually got a picture, in my mind, a vision of when I went cave exploring. You guys ever went to a cave? Actually went with a tour guide, or by yourself, I guess, if you're brave. I don't think I'd go by myself just because you don't know what's in a cave, but anything to do with caves or exploring caves. Let me know if you guys have done that in the comments. But anyway, I was seeing that, going back in my mind's eye of a time that I recently went cave exploring. It was a couple years ago. And, you're with a guide, you're with a whole group of people that you don't even know. The majority of them are strangers unless you go with people. And it's pitch black in a cave. It's scary. You really can't see where you're going. You don't know what you're going to find in there. Only the tour guides know, the people who've gone before you. And even then, there's always surprises. It's a fucking cave. You know what I mean? You never know what's going to be in there, what's going to go in there when everybody goes home. So I was picturing this, right? And for some reason, my guides were giving me a visual of this day that I went. And a particular point in which I was in the cave, and the tour guide was talking to everyone, and I kind of veered off and went by myself because I was drawn into something else over here. And before I knew it, they were heading off in another direction, but it didn't really bother me, although it just started to get really dark because they would turn the lights off after they finished talking about a certain area. They would turn the lights off and then keep going forward, and so the lights were going off, and I'm like, oh shit, I couldn't see anymore. So there was this, well, I better go because I'm gonna get stuck in here. Why the hell was I seeing that? I don't know, because I just started the video as soon as I saw it. So I got that vision of the time that I went recently, and I started the video. Took no time to think about it, so we're gonna think about it here. So if you add that with the roses, and also I knew that this had to be about love. It's almost like I love you, but I don't know where to go from here. Someone who's felt rather I don't know if they felt like you kept them isolated, you kept them out, or if you kept yourself out of the picture, if you kept yourself isolated. Somebody here felt isolated because I was isolated in the cave. Or somebody isolated themselves here, and they've hurt themselves because of that. It's something like this. But there is still love here, because if there wasn't love, it wouldn't hurt. Somebody's definitely hurting. They're hurting. They've felt cold. It doesn't matter what they've tried to have in their life, what they currently could be trying to focus on. It's just always going to come back to you, vice versa, because this was an important connection. And some of you may be saying, oh, here we go. I don't want to hear about anyone I've been with before, an ex, blah, blah, blah. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was an ex. I mean, maybe it is. A lot of you, I think it will be, yeah. It doesn't have to be, you know? It's just kind of like, I don't know, somebody could have let something get in the way of a connection here. Maybe both of you let something get in the way. But it doesn't have to be an ex, you know? It could just be a connection that was there and then it wasn't. It was like things were going and then fear got in the way. That could be the only thing that got in the way. It could be work, responsibilities, children. Maybe someone wasn't ready to introduce someone to their children. I don't know. It's just kind of like something got in the way. Maybe several somethings. Maybe a person. Maybe they weren't ready to settle down. Maybe they were too young. I don't know. But either way, yeah. They see you as like this free spirit, this independence, kind of do your own thing. Like the energy that this person has, unless this is reversed from yours, is much more fearful. It's much more, they may even have your type of energy. You may even be quite similar for some of you, but they live in more of a state of fear, whereas you live in a state of freedom. They live in a state of fear. You live in a state of freedom. I don't know. So what's going to happen here? I think somebody contemplates the idea of putting something together with you again, trying to reconnect, or they contemplate getting back together if you already were. Reconnecting. But will they, I don't know, will they join the rest of the group? Will they come on in? Will they make this action, or will they stay in the darkness? Will they allow the lights to stay off on them? Do they think that they can venture off in another part of the cave and create life there? I don't know. I don't really know. But they hear your voice off in the distance, just like I heard that tour guide, just further off in the distance, getting further off and further off, and it's like I had to catch up. Somebody may want to catch up here. Maybe somebody likes ketchup but hates tomatoes, or likes tomatoes but hates ketchup. Something to do with acidic. Maybe they have like acid reflux. I don't know, I'm getting something about ketchup, but like actually catching up. You know, how are you? What's going on here? How are you doing? So yeah, I'm too conscious about this too, because that's another reason I didn't want to wear this. Some of you may be like, well then why'd you wear it? Yeah, right, you just wanted it. Did I? Listen, I know how I do things here. Don't tell me how I do things. Am I arguing with myself right now? I am, because none of y'all said anything. But you know, you get somebody here is going to try to start some shit they always motherfucking do. And it's just like, do you have anything fucking better to do? You know what I mean? This person could be retreating and liking to stay by themselves for the most part, you know, vice versa. Just requires a lot of their alone time, which is understandable, you know. Something's uncomfortable here. What was I saying? Fear, they live in a state of fear, you live in a state of freedom. Yeah, or maybe operate in a state of fear. You operate in a state of freedom. I love these pins. Of freedom. If this is not a romantic connection, which I'm going to focus on romance here because it feels stronger to me. But for those of you that this isn't romantic, this could be like a best friend who misses y'all's connection, or they know that you missed the connection. A close friend, a best friend, or a family member, like an estranged or something. Maybe it's people you used to talk to back where you used to live or something. It's somebody here that misses your connection. Doesn't mean maybe y'all don't talk on purpose anymore or anything bad had to happen. It's just maybe somebody moved, or maybe someone, I don't know. You get what I'm saying? So kind of take that as that resonates, but for the most part, I'm telling you this is 100% romantic, or it was at one time. There was There were deep feelings here. Someone's got to let go of the fucking trauma. Okay? Why do I feel like, I'm just going to be real blunt here. Someone acts like you were like the god. If this was a relationship that ended, here we go. Let's get into it here. We're going to get into it right here. Somebody acts like you broke them. I'm talking worse than anyone on this earth. What happened between the two of you broke them. I'm talking broke them beyond all else. They also act as if the two of you didn't get along after that. That y'all haven't met up. That y'all haven't spent time together. That y'all haven't had really good connection since then. And even forgiven some things that happened in the past. Because y'all both did things, you know. For most of y'all, not all of y'all. Some of y'all were just done fucking wrong. But the majority, we all did something fucked up here, you know? So, if that's this person, for those of you that this part resonates with, it's like they want to come in and they know that really genuinely they love you. But they're like, oh yeah, but they cheated on me before. Like maybe you cheated on this person, but yet they punched you in the face or hit you or choked you or abandoned y'all's child. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they did. And it's like, wait a second, did you forget what you did here? Or maybe you're not coming in because you think that I won't forgive you. Didn't we already go over this before? Like, what really is keeping you from coming forward? What really is holding you back here? Because I'm not Satan over here, okay? And if I am, then you are. You know, like, what is really the deal? You want to open up? Let's open up. What happened before? How did we go from, yes, we, you know, things were not always great. We've had some pretty, maybe we were kind of abusive to each other. I don't know. How do we go from that to we were cool? And not only cool, but just like I thought we squashed that. I thought we both apologized for how we were, thought things were fine, you know, and then all of a sudden, poof, you know, this happens. And then, like, I don't, tell me what you're wanting here, but they won't. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this person is not saying vice versa, what they want, how they feel, and they're just always in a state of depression or sadness. And it's like, but you get fucking depressed too, and sad also. What happened to the person that you last talked to before this big breakdown? Like, I don't understand. How come you're getting punished also? Some of you, I feel like you get punished or labeled as the worst one who did this person in. When it's like, wait a second. You do understand that you've had other people that have done you, like, actually way worse than I did you. And that you did me. Like, you're not even blaming this person for all your fucking mishaps and shit that's happened. Like, I just don't understand here. I feel like somebody here is like, why are they holding on to something so heavily? And what is it? Is it, maybe it's not that. Maybe they have forgiven everything. Everything you did, everything they've done, whatever. If you did nothing, you did nothing. But maybe it's they don't forgive themselves. Or maybe they do forgive themselves, especially if they know that you forgive them or you would forgive them. Some of y'all say, fuck no, I ain't forgiving this person. What they've done is unforgivable. But if you would forgive this person, I don't mean take them back, but they also may not be coming in, even though they love you and they want a good connection with you, because they're afraid what their family's going to think about it, because their family fucking hates you, or their friends hate you, or maybe they've, I don't know, created some really bad stories about you, and now they would have to admit they were a liar. I don't know. What is this? I feel like I don't understand what's going on here in this message. Does somebody love you or do they not? They operate in a constant state of fear, terror. They're afraid of being exposed. They're afraid of exposing themselves, maybe to their family, their friends. Maybe I don't know. It's something about you specifically. They could reconnect with any other ex. They probably do. They probably have all their exes on their Facebook, on their social media. If they have any social media, they probably got all their exes. They probably hang out with their exes. They probably talk to their exes often, but you're the one that, like, oh God, you did the worst. Why? Because were you the first cut? You know that song? You know what song I'm hearing in my head? The first cut is the deepest. Is that Sheryl Crow? Something to do with crows. You know what? If you're just gonna be this person's dump on or target, you might as well, like, we're just gonna end the video right here, because I'm not gonna do this. Like, I'm absolutely not gonna do this. What is this? I feel like, and maybe someone's gonna be like, no, that's not the case. Like, maybe this person would say, that's not the case. That's not how I feel about you. And it's like, no, I don't understand. How do we go from, like, we had some awful times, but then we basically make up to, like, go into this. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Genuinely, I need answers here. I feel like you're gonna need answers. I feel like you deserve answers. I feel like you deserve answers. I feel like you would give this person answers if they want to ask you something. I feel like you would tell them very openly, very candidly, very sharply. But you're not gonna get that from them. What the fuck is this? Maybe they like keeping you on this side and then having this little thing over it. Do they wish that you never happened? I do think that at some point in time, this person wished that they had never met you, that they had never blah, blah. And it's like, well, join the fucking club. You know what I mean? But too late. Now we have, I don't know. I feel like, what is this? Because why do I feel like somebody loves you and they miss you and they feel this pain and this hurt? But then at the same time, it's like this, I regret you all at the same time. And it's like, no, you got to pick one here. What do you really feel? They can never make up their mind. They never really know what they feel for you. They never really know what they want. One minute they love you, one minute they hate you, one minute you're the worst thing that ever happened to them. They wish they had never encountered you. They wish they had never worked at that place and met you. They wish blah, blah, blah. And then the next minute they love you, and the next minute you're like the best person that ever happened, and they're happy that they did this. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't understand. But then everybody else that they've encountered, is it because you're not naive? Now, I don't know how you used to be. We all used to be fucking naive. Is it because you're not a pushover? Is it because you reflect this person? Is it because you can't be, what is it? You can't be controlled? Is it because you don't kiss their ass and they don't kiss yours either, but you don't kiss their ass? Like, what is it? What is different about all the other people that they've been fucking involved with, still currently fucking involved with? All cool with them, and the difference in that in you. A lot of it, I'm telling you, is people around them, because of they've got these people around them. Plus, you also ask really difficult questions that they're not ready to answer, that they don't want to have to deal with. That's the truth. You ask very difficult questions that they don't want to have to deal with. They're just used to everybody kind of, like, I don't know, kissing their wounds, licking their wounds or whatever. And I'm not saying you wouldn't either. If you feel like they're legitimate, you're not a cruel fucking person, Leo or Crosswatcher. You don't want anybody to be like in this energy. But I mean, also you're gonna ask questions that maybe others would not ask them, and things that people wouldn't say to them, just like they would you. But they don't want that. Like, I don't understand. I can't say anything else other than I really don't understand. I'm confused about this person. So instead of just coming forward and telling you how they feel, it's like they love, they hate. I got this before recently for somebody, it was maybe a Libra. It was like, I love to hate you, but I hate to love you. I feel like this person would love to connect to you if you would, but they still wouldn't want anybody to know about it. Not really. They'd like to keep it to themselves. Like, what? So that's why they don't, because they know that you wouldn't have that. You're like, I don't understand. Unless you would have that, because maybe you're like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hang out with the people you hang out with. I don't want your family to accept me. I actually don't give a fuck if they do. I don't care if they do or don't. I don't, and that's a very positive state of mind to be in, when you're not trying to perform. You don't care what anyone thinks about you. I don't need to be accepted by your family. I don't need your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your best friend. I don't need them to like me. I don't need them to forgive me. You know what I mean? I need to forgive me for my mistakes in my life, my decisions, my choices, and I've done my asking you to forgive me. Now, you also have your part to do, and if you're not willing to do that, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, you're not over here crying and upset, but they're upset. I'm telling you, somebody is like living in a state of not only fear, but almost like just memories. And it's like, do you want to move past that, or what? Like, what are you doing? Like, I genuinely don't get this person. I genuinely do not understand their energy. I'm going to click off the video now. I'm done. This is the bonus for Leo. Wow. Or Cross Watcher. What was the point in this message? Like, genuinely, what was the point? Maybe to tell you that there probably would be... I hate this shirt. Like, I hate this, whatever you call it. Onesie, jumpsuit, whatever it's called. I just said it a minute ago, but I can't even think right now because I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm a little bit like, you're kidding me, right? Like, you're fucking kidding me. I feel like that... I'm just gonna say this. Why do I feel like this person has told people around them very specific things that are not true about you, and the reason that they really want to connect, they really do, because I'm telling you they love you, but it doesn't feel like it does it, like, at all. They do love you, and they may even love you more than they've ever loved anybody, but they don't really love themselves, to be honest. That's really what it is. I don't give a shit what anyone says. They don't love themselves. So anyway, they, whatever they've said, they know that if you know, they come back in your life, or you two of you reconnect or make up, or you're cool again or whatever, that there's a possibility that, you know, you could talk to people they know that they've said certain things about you too, and that you could set the record straight. Why wouldn't they want the record set straight? Because it would make them look a certain way? Who gives a fuck? Be honest, set the record straight. You know, if that's not the case, that's not the case, but for some, that's the absolute fucking case. Wow, I don't even know what to say. And some of you, they lied to you back in the day, or they kept something from you, but keeping something from you is the same thing as lying. Like, you know, they could have been married and didn't tell you they were married. They may have told you they were having problems with somebody, or they weren't with them, but they were actually married to this person. They married them in secret, kept it off social media, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't hide from me. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And, or they lied to you about something, like something horrendous. Like, they could have lied to you about something big, you know, like, oh, I'm going into the military just so they could get, like, I don't know, a social security number off of the child or children, or, you know, to use it for financial purposes, like something like that. They've lied. They did something sneakily. Like, there's some bad shit here that's happened between some people watching this video. But why do I feel like you would even be willing, especially if there's children or a child involved, to, like, forgive the whole situation? In fact, you may have even thought that it has been, you know? I don't know. Wow. Well, that person's thinking of you. You should know. They're thinking of you. They think of you often, all the time, and it's like Jekyll and Hyde. Like, one side of them is like, nobody else is like you. I mean, they could even use you as someone to, like, argue with other people about. Like, if let's say they're dating someone else. I said I would go, but I'm getting something else here. Let's say they're dating someone else, or they get with someone else. When they get into it with this person, or this person that they're with brings you up, whom they don't even know, right? They may have never even met you. If they have, they don't even know you. So they bring you up, and this person, like, no matter what they can say about you, if this person brings you up when they're, like, in an argument, or let's say your ex or whatever is wanting to win the argument, they'll, like, take up for you in that argument. Like, use you as the leverage to piss off who they're with, to make them jealous, because they may enjoy when people get jealous over them. It makes them feel more loved. This person has a very skewed idea of love, 100%. They have a skewed idea of love. It's when people are jealous over them, or go out of their way to please this person, or willing to wait hand and foot on this individual, show them all the attention in the world, basically beg them, and, you know, don't establish healthy boundaries, and blah, blah, blah. Like, they love that. In fact, you may have been one of those people at one time that was constantly waiting on this person to show up for you in your life and y'all's life together, to really mean what they said, to come through for you more than they came through for all the other bitches. You know what I'm saying? To check in on you and really care about, you know, I don't know, are you doing well, instead of like, ooh, what kind of pictures are you posting today? Like, genuinely give a fuck about you, when they didn't. I'm leaving it here. I could go on this one forever. Happy birthday, Leo. Thank you guys for being here with me. I'm taking this off. It's making me uncomfortable. I wish I hadn't even worn it, honestly. It's like, what's the point? But I go with my intuition. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.